Oh, what is that?
Our podcast.
Well, that sounds wild.
Conservation Calls, an awesome Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund initiative.
Yeah, but why are we really making this?
In this month's episode,
3.8 million types of fungi out there.
Button, cremini, portobello, shiitake, oyster, enoki, maitake, or chanterelle.
Something smells amazing.
Hi kids, who's hungry?
Hello everyone, or as we say, ahlan wa sahlan. It's your two favorite adventurers, Noor and Mira.
Before we get to today's awesome story, did you know that the Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund has made a huge impact by successfully supporting over 3,000 projects across 174 countries, where they have done an amazing job discovering, reintroducing, and protecting over 1,900 species from extinction.
That's so cool. Today's story is truly unique. Are you ready? Let's go meet our explorers.
The name's Andrew, and I'm from the UK and the Philippines.
I'm Wanya from Pakistan.
Sabwana everyone, I'm Renaz, originally from South Africa.
Hi, my name is Adam and I'm from Egypt.
Hello everybody, my name is Maya. I'm from India.
Hi, my name's Isabella, but you can call me Bella. I'm from Lebanon and Croatia.
Afternoon, legends. Welcome to my humble abode.
Good afternoon, Manu.
Thanks for the invite. I've never been to your spot before.
Me too. It's a nice change of scenery. And what a cool place. I love the decor.
It's my mom. She's got a way with colors and textures.
That's not the only thing. She's clearly a woman of many talents. Something smells amazing.
Hi kids, who's hungry?
Good afternoon, Miss Andrew's mom.
It looks delicious.
It's so yummy. What is it?
It's a mushroom risotto with creamy arborio rice with broth and sautéed mushrooms.
I think your son Andrew knows a thing or two about mushrooms, right? What kind of mushrooms are these, Andrew? Button, cremini, portobello, shiitake, oyster, enoki, maitake, or chanterelle.
Look at you go, Adam. Another Google search?
These are basic button mushrooms, but all kinds of mushrooms are super cool. Don't get me started. Mushrooms are neither animals nor plants. They're fungi, and guess what? They're part of the biggest kingdom on Earth. There are around 3.8 million types of fungi out there, but more than 90% are still total mystery to scientists. The fungi kingdom includes diverse and fascinating organisms, such as mushrooms, yeast, lichens, conchs, and even the mold that grows on old lemons is part of the kingdom.
Seriously, who knew?
More importantly, how do you know so much about fungi? I was actually just joking earlier.
I pay attention in biology, Adam. I've been following mushrooms since I heard about the Ophiocordyceps unilateralis in the rainforest can create zombie ants.
No way! Imagine instead of the last of us, it's the last of ants.
But seriously, mushrooms are not just a tasty addition to dishes like risotto. They're also superstars for the environment. They boost soil health and keep our ecosystems thriving. Plus, they're champions in cleaning up pollution through mycoremediation and help trap carbon to fight climate change. I feel like another Mohammed bin Zayed Conservation Fund story. Who's in?
Me! By the way, there's this mushroom called Ostrum phaliaster nahualbutensis,
Emma Corena.
or Big Puma Fungus, that had only been found in the wild once in the 80s in the Nahualbuta Mountains.
Where's the Nahualbuta Mountains? And what is Ostromophilarius nahualbutensis?
I feel an evil presence arise in this room.
I'm pretty sure it's in Chile. And the Nahualbuta mountain range means Big Puma range in the local Mapudungun language.
Like Chile's? Isn't there triple dipper? Oh, their cheese pulls from their mozzarella sticks are so good, but nothing can top your mom's risotto.
Funny, Adam, but pay attention to Andrew.
The Big Puma fungus had originally been described by mycologist Norberto Garrido in 1988, but since then, no sighting for 40 years.
What? Gone? But how?
This is where Daniela Torres from the Fungi Foundation steps in.
Hi everyone, my name is Daniela Torres. I am a mycologist and I am the program's lead at the Fungi Foundation. Our mission is to conserve the world's fungi, and we do so by researching about them, discovering new species, and educating children about these amazing organisms. My love for mushroom started mainly when I was in college. That's when I discovered one of their superpowers. They can stop other gems from growing. For example, when scientists discovered penicillin, they saw that where a special fungi was growing, the bad bacteria couldn't grow. That's how a lot of the antibiotics we use today were first made. Pretty amazing, right?
So, is she a mycologist?
Yeah, but she was also the project lead and brought the best mycologists, ecologists, and researchers together to join her on this journey.
I am super lucky to have an amazing team at the Fungi Foundation. Even though we live in different countries, we all work together with one big goal: to protect fungi. On the special expedition where we rediscovered the Big Puma Fungus, I got to team up with some awesome people. Claudia Bustamante, a Chilean mycologist, Gabriel Orrego, an ecologist, Cristian Romero, a botanist and a local expert, and the amazing filmmaker Catalina Infante. This group of people made the whole adventure possible. It was truly a team effort.
The best of the best.
Talking about the best, I've got one. What do you call a mushroom who invites everyone to his house for lunch? A fungi to be around.
Oh, thanks, Adam. Lunch at mine in person is way better than this Zoom meeting.
Classic Andrew.
So Daniela Torres had the coolest team and did the unthinkable.
What?
Not so fast. Before we set off on this adventure, I need a minute to catch my breath.
While Andrew takes a breather, I bet there's something you didn't know about the Big Puma Fungus.
At first, scientists thought the Big Puma Fungus was a mycorrhizal fungus. That means it will grow by teaming up with the roots of native trees. But later, when we studied its DNA, we found out it's actually a decomposer. That means it helps break down dead plants and woods. This is super important. In fact, most mushrooms in the world are decomposers. They help recycle water and nutrients in the forest so that bugs, bacteria, and plants can grow. It's how nature keeps everything in balance. Learning what role each mushroom plays in the ecosystem help us decide how to protect them. But here's the tricky part. Without DNA studies, we wouldn't know this at all. That's why it's so important to do more of this research. The funny thing is, the more we study fungi, the more we realize we barely know anything about them.
Back to the story. What happened next?
So Daniela and her crew decided to follow the footsteps of the mycologist Norberto Garrido. Exactly 40 years after he discovered the Big Puma Fungus. How cool is that? I mean, just think about it. Their week-long expedition started 40 years to that day, retracing the same hikers in search for the same fungus. That's super bold and a little wild.
But surely, it's not so simple and easy as it sounds. I mean, a lot can change in 40 years. I mean, trees grow, there might have been floods or droughts, and who knows, maybe the area turned into farmland.
Exactly. The first big challenge was finding a species that's only visible for the short time, just like most mushrooms. Plus, the climate has changed a lot in 40 years, so they couldn't really guess if visiting the same spot on the same date as the original expedition would actually work. What if that May, 40 years ago, was super rainy and humid? Turns out they actually found a really dry environment, which made them wonder if they'd ever spot the species at all.
And what did it even look like? How would they know if they actually found it?
At first, the Big Puma Fungus didn't look all that special. It looked a lot like other mushroom, kind of plain really. And guess what? We didn't even have a real photo of it, just old drawings. So we had to imagine what the colors might look like, which made it even trickier to find. But when we finally saw in the real life, wow! We realize how special it truly is. It has a unique gray-brown color with just a little touch of red. The top of the mushroom has a small dip in the center, and underneath you will see white gills. Each mushroom is about 4 to 5 centimeters tall, and the stem is a little thicker at the bottom. All those little details making one of a kind.
That's like trying to find the needle in a haystack. or searching for one tiny Lego piece in a huge bin of big bricks. I always end up stepping on that Lego piece and finding it stuck to my foot. So how did they plan to do it?
Hope they didn't step on it like you did with your Lego. That would have destroyed it for sure. Instead, they were smart and brought in more people to help out. On the last day of the expedition, the Fungi Foundation hosted a workshop and a community hiked to search for the fungi in a nearby forest. They always do this during their expeditions to connect with the local community, exchange knowledge about the fungal diversity around, and tell people what they are researching.
The more the merrier, right? And did it work?
You bet! During that hike, 2 locals spotted a group of 4 mushrooms that fit the descriptions of the Big Puma Fungus. They took samples and checked it out later in the lab. And it turned out to be the real deal. And thanks to the community, the team even found a second collection.
No way! That's awesome news! I wish I could have been a fly on the wall, or a tree in this case, to see the reaction.
At the Fungi Foundation, every time we go on an expedition, we make sure to talk with the local community. We love sharing what we are doing and learning from their experience too. During one of these moments, something amazing happened. We found a big patch of the Big Puma Fungus, and the best part, we found it together with the people who were joining us. It was such an exciting moment. We all hugged and cheered. And I think the most special part was that now this mushroom will always be part of their story. It creates a feeling of pride and connection, and also the strong wish to protect the places where this rare mushroom grows.
Oh wow, what a find.
Totally, it's super important. The Big Puma Fungus is a saprobic species, which means it feeds on decaying stuff and helps break it down into nutrients for other organisms. So it's really crucial for keeping the forest healthy.
Fungi is the real superhero. I mean, imagine fungi as Daniel-san from the Karate Kid. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
It's good news for sure, but I feel like this story is not finished yet.
Definitely. The thing about fungi is that they can't survive outside of their ecosystem, since they're super connected to other species. So to protect a fungal species, we've got to take care of its habitat.
Mushroom fungi are super connected with the place where they live and grow. They are very picky. For example, a mushroom that grows on animal poop won't grow on tree branches, and one that grows on an insect won't grow out in a grassy field. That's why it's so important to think about mushrooms when we talk about protecting nature. Right now, most conservation plans don't include fungi, but they should. Mushrooms help us find new ways to face big problems like climate change and deforestation. The fungi kingdom invites us to see nature as a whole, not just a separate part. Nature is complex, and mushrooms remind us of that. They also give us hope for future. Mushrooms are fresh and exciting way to think about how we care for the earth. Mushrooms are the light of conservation.
Wow, what an awesome story. We used to focus just on plants and animals as species, but I had no idea fungi were also a species and that they're more like us than we realize. We learned that they're super important, not just as food, like Andrew's mom's risotto, but also for keeping the forest and ecosystem healthy. But for me, the highlight was the epic rediscovery of the Big Puma Fungus. And seriously, what a cool name.
I cannot agree more. I love how a bold move to make history 40 years later came together with the community's help. And those awesome peeps from the Fungi Foundation made it all happen.
I know this is a bit cheesy, guys, but we have so much room to grow together in this great wide world.
Tune in for next time. We'll be back with another epic story. Special thanks to the Mohammed bin Zayed Species Conservation Fund for helping us to make a more sustainable planet. Thanks for listening. Bye.